Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers, at the channel we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizens, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or madness. Let me repeat myself. We at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we do not want the criminals. Yeah, so, we have been listening to, the recordings released by Serpi at Politics Watch. As we have stated before, that we support Politics Watch as a part of the Justice League. And we at the Jamaica Young Police channel, that we are all about bringing back Jamaica to the center. It's way to the left. Where criminals have all these rights. And, listening to one of the recording in which some viewers and subscribers from the Jamaica Young Police channel asked us to chime in. So we at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we're gonna oblige our viewers and subscribers, new and old. Yes, it's the first time to the channel. Consider subscribing to the channel. It doesn't cost a dime, a penny, a nickel, a ruble, nothing. It won't clog you. Most importantly, it won't clog your phone memory. Like the video, because trust me, this is quality what you're getting. You won't get anything like this over here elsewhere, because our channel is just totally different. So as you have heard in the recordings, that the banker, we'll soon delve into him. The banker stated that at times the only people that would visit Andre Blackman were big shot police officers, and they would get information about raids and stuff like that before the police arrive. But we at the Jamaica Young Police channel, this is not no allegation. This is based on information received and obtained from even police officers who used to work at Spanish Town, even criminals that was killed, and criminals who are still operating within the space. So right now, if you look at your LCD, you will see that to your right, that's Harry Bungles. Yes, Harry Daly. Everybody know him as Bungles. And to below him, that's a man. We're not going to release his name now, but he's the cousin of Andre Blackman Bryan, and he was one of the persons who were killed at the Twickenham Park fishing village, and he was burned. Yes, beyond recognition. And during the trial, he was laughing. That man is his cousin, blood cousin. And you will hear further more about him, this man and Andre Blackman, because Andre Blackman's father was a Rasta man, and that man, that right there, brother or family. So we continue the journey. We have said that as Jamaicans, we are cultured to be criminals, criminal-minded, criminal supporters and sympathizers of criminals. But some of us are stating the high road and the right road by respecting the rights of others and the laws of Jamaica, by being ethical, honest, decent, conscientious, truthful, respect the rights of each and every person, and we are our brother's keeper. And we have put our life on the line for the Jamaican people, although they are ungrateful, and 8 members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the security force. They more respect people who are criminals than people who are law-abiding citizens. So, listening to the banker, you have stated some things, but we, as we said before, we have this information from a long time ago, from the trial started, about the banker and others in the gang. And the banker is not any ghetto youth, period. The closest the banker come to ever live in a ghetto is in Vineyard Town with his mother and other siblings. But so we'll soon get into that. So if you look at your LCD right now, you will see Ted Ogilvy was a government official and he was killed by his party gunmen, PMP. That was before it became the PMP LGBTQ plus party. Then below him now, that's Douglas Chambers, who was a government official being paid $1 Jamaican for his time and expertise. And the PMP LGBT plus gunmen kill him. It was an order given by a former minister of government. Yes, and we'll let you hear this weekend who is it. And thanks to the special branch police officer, who have been really helping this channel with all the information that we have been receiving. Because they are really, because that it was the PMP LGBTQ plus government that destroyed special branch. Yes, they dismantled it when Owen Ellington was commissioner of police, because they had the information of the minister, the former minister of the PMP LGBTQ plus party, who had given the order to kill Douglas Chambers. But because he was never brought in for questioning or anything like that, and they didn't have any direct evidence or circumstantial evidence apart from his trip to De La Vega City, meeting Tesha Miller in the vehicle along with his bodyguard. But these police bodyguard, although they are police officers, they are PMP LGBTQ plus supporters first. They don't see themselves as police officers, they see themselves as PMP police officers. Yes. So Dr. Peter Phillips, when your government allows criminals to flourish, it's a criminal organization operating as a government. Let me remind you, our loyal viewers and subscribers, that I have one fight in this matter. It is that we would love to see Jamaica return to its glory days of the 1980s, when criminals lived in fear of losing their lives and not the law-abiding citizens. And we can proudly tell you that the current PMP LGBTQ plus party is the only political party that to us is a criminal organization. Yes, the reason why we say the PMP LGBTQ plus party is a criminal organization, because look right there, both men are public officials and they were ordered killed by members within the PMP LGBTQ plus party and the PMP party back then. Only a criminal organization would operate as such, not a political organization. A political organization would reach out to other voters and try to win their hearts, but they don't. In that, they use terrorism and force people to come to their party. And what they have done, they have killed Douglas Chambers because this man was about to unravel serious corruption at the JUTC government agency. And to date, there has been no charges laid against the people who were involved in the killing of this man, apart from Tesha Miller and Blackman. But the main person, the person who's responsible for the death of this man, is still there. And we are going to tell you this Sunday. When we said this Sunday, we're talking this Sunday, no other Sunday. You understand? We're going to let you know the name of the person and the face. And thanks to the special branch police officer who have supplied us with such information. So, we just wish that Jamaica would return back to the days when criminals live in fear of losing their lives and not the law-abiding citizens. As we said before, we can proudly tell you that the current PMP LGBTQ plus party is the only political party that was as a criminal organization, because they are responsible for killing two government officials. One was a PMP party member. That's Ted Ogilvy, and he was the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Construction. Yes, and his name is Edward Ted Ogilvy, who was killed on June 16, 1997 by eight men on a motorcycle that shot the nation in broad daylight. The order came from a top-ranking PNP politician, and the second victim to be killed at the hands of the PNP LGBTQ plus gunmen were Douglas Chambers. So he's the second government official to be killed in Jamaica by men from the same political party. So it cannot be a political party, that's a criminal organization. Political party don't do its and government officials. And criminals do such things. So the PNP party is not a political party, it's a criminal organization. So the 2008 murder of Mr. Douglas Chambers, then chairman of the state-owned Jamaican Urban Transit Company, JUTC, was a contract killing, according to a witness of the trial of Tesha Miller, the then reputed leader of the notorious Spanish Town, St. Catherine-based Klansman gang. Now that our loyal viewers and subscribers, when we told you guys that the opposition leader Mark Golan would not denounce or distance himself from the perpetrators of the vandalism and subsequent arson of the PNP LGBTQ plus constituency office in Independent City, Portmore, St. Catherine, I hope you are getting the full picture of who's responsible for the terrorists in our midst that operate tacitly by the party elites like Paul Burke. Yes, Paul Burke. I'm going to tell you how Paul Burke, when he was leader of the PNP-YO, how he disrespected the police in 1977. Let me educate you about these people. Is either you're going to let them think for you or you are going to think for yourself. That is what we at the Jamaica Young Police channel have been saying. And one of our mottos is, you watch, you listen, and you decide. General Starkey's life of crime began long before those turbulent, tempestuous times. In 1977, General Starkey, that's Anthony Tingle, he topped the police most wanted list, and a reward of $3,000 was posted for his capture. The posting of General Starkey as a most wanted criminal by the police was frowned upon by PNP Youth Organization, which issued a statement saying the PNP-YO was extremely disturbed. More than 6 months later, the party disciplinary committee suspended the PNP-YO president, Paul Burke, for issuing a statement. Burke's suspension was a signal that the inventors of political monsters are now fed up with their creations and sanctioning their demise. Let me repeat myself, because most of you people think that when I am talking, I am always saying things because I hate the PNP. It's not it, I am just telling you the truth. As I've said before, I rather you give me the book than the gun. Because the gun is to destroy, to kill another black man. The book is to educate me, let me think, read and think and expand my brain so I can be even an inventor. You understand? And as you can look right now at the LCD, you can see that that's the funeral program for the late Ted Ogilvy. Yes, and as you can look now, you can see one of his killer's daughter, that is Tony Brown, his daughter, Angela Brown Burke, in the Jamaican Parliament, a reward for killing this man, who is a Jamaican patriot and not a criminal. So you have the criminal's daughter in the House of Parliament passing laws now against criminals in the Parliament, and her father was at one time the most wanted man in Jamaica. You can't make this up, believe you me. Yes, and this is Jamaica, the criminal's paradise. You understand? So now most of us have heard about the Klansman banker from the Klansman case trial, And most of you would think that he was some poor youth who had to turn to crime for him to make money. It is the opposite about this man. I will call Biggs, some of the accused persons in the Klansman 1 Dan gang trial know his first name as Kirk. I will not reveal any personal information about him or his family, but one thing that I can tell you is that the only time Biggs had ever lived among the ordinary people was when he used to live in Vineyard Town with his mother and a sibling. Biggs got the opportunity to make himself a better man and create a better life in the United States of America, but he chose to be involved in criminal activities. He was arrested and charged with drugs dealing, and he jumped the case, and there's a warrant out for his arrest in the United States of America. I'm not going to state the state. The only reason why he flipped on the others in the case is to save himself and nothing else. I will give you an audacity on him by this weekend as we have the information. Anyway, the reason for this video is that the banker, that's Kirk Biggs, had mentioned that high-ranking police officers were supporting the Klansman 1 Dan gang operated by Andre Blackman Bryan out of Jones Avenue, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. It's close to Greendale with entrance from the Spanish Town Bypass Highway and the main road going through Greendale to Ferry Highway. The Klansman banker is correct about the information about senior police officers affiliated with the gang operations and has played an integral role in allowing both factions of the Klansman gang to survive to this day. Remember that criminals cannot survive without the help of the police, and for criminals to survive with the help of the police, they have to become a part of the organization some way, somehow, or for some form of comfort or support or both. So it was done. The support to the to both criminal organization, it was done with the blessing of the political party of the PNP LGBTQ plus government, and I can tell you, my loyal viewers and audience member, that the late ACP Donald Pusey was a man I had the greatest respect for as a leader and a crime fighter, and has been on several raids with him, and the respect was reciprocated by him. I tell you that when he was transferred to Huntsville Police Station as the commanding officers, we had a private conversation because he know that, we are a crime fighter. So when I asked him why he did not get Bulby before leaving Spanish Town, his words to me was, Porter, he didn't even say Spanish Town, he said Spanish Town is like a swamp. It's pure corrupt police over there, and if you are not careful, you will get killed over there as a police officer. Your boy Ludlow Moat speak highly of you, but some of the police, especially the detectives, do not like him and Charlie Mendes because they do not understand when it comes to gunmen. Some of these police officers are more clans than police because of politics. Look what the party did to Eddie Robinson, he said to me. So basically what he had explained to me what the party had done. The Prime Minister had chooses the most wanted man over Eddie Robinson. So that's the man that Harry Bungles right now you're looking at. That's the man that Harry Bungles made. This man loses his life because he gave a statement against his cousin Andre Blackman Bryan. Yes, this man was a witness to the murder. He's related to Blackman. But Blackman did not know that he had given the police a statement. Even the people that went to Twickenham fishing village and killed him and two other persons, most of them did not know that this man is related to Blackman. Blackman's father, who's a Rasta man, is related to this man's father. But you'll hear more about that. Yes, because it seemed like everything now has to transition just to what's going on now with the Klansman gang. So before I continue to corroborate the Klansman banker about senior police officers having ties to link to the upper echelon of the police force and the political directorate at the time, You are going to be shocked to learn that two of your favorite bad boy police officers, Senior Superintendent of Police Renita Adams and Superintendent Harry Bungles Daly, are known members of the Klansman gang that operate in Spanish Town, St. Catherine and its environs. They provide various tasks for the gangs, helping them with intelligence, provide them with heads up information about raids that's supposed done, arrests and investigations. And their emissary, Muma, was one of the conduits between them and the gang. So they are known gang members. These police officers, no if nor buts. And let us remind you that the gang under the leadership of Donovan Bulby Bennett was never being hunted by the police in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, because they were on the take on his payroll, except for my former team leader Ludlow Mott and Charlie Mendez and a few other police officers. Yes, Superintendent Harry Bungles Daly is responsible for the death of 3 people, 2 men and a woman. Here is a photo of one of the men. That's the young man that you're looking at right there, who was killed at the Twickenham Park fishing village, and their bodies were burned beyond recognition. The shooting was allegedly carried out by members of the Wandan gang led by Andre Blackman Bryan. The gang reportedly targeted victims because 2 of them were related, and one of the deceased is a cousin of Andre Blackman Bryan. We will give you some context about the killing of Blackman's cousin and 2 other family members that he is responsible for killing, whom he had received information from the Superintendent of Police Harry Bungles Daly why these people were killed. After the murder of Douglas Chambers, the JUTC chairman, YPMP LGBTQ plus gunmen, and the orders of Tesha Miller, and the orders was given to him by not a regular politician but a former minister of government who had given the orders to kill Douglas Chambers, and Special Branch knew the name of the minister. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel will give you the name of the PMP LGBTQ plus minister who ordered the hit on Douglas Chambers. Some of you might be shocked and others won't be perturbed at all, because the history of the PMP LGBTQ plus party is a criminal organization. Superintendent of Police Harry Bungles Daly provided information to Andre Blackman Bryan and let him kill one of the witnesses who witnessed the killing of Douglas Chambers. Here are a few reasons why a police officer might help criminals by giving names of witnesses. Corruption. Yeah, Harry Bungles is a police officer. Is that maybe Harry Bungles is corrupt and he work with criminal? This is a serious problem and it can happen in any country, but in Jamaica it's taboo. Criminal-minded police officer is a criminal in uniform pretending to be a law-abiding citizen when he's nothing but a thug and a lawbreaker. That's how Harry Bungles operating from ever since. The police officer may be under pressure from his handlers within the PMP LGBTQ plus party hierarchy, who are responsible for him being a member of the police force because of a number of criminal infractions that Superintendent Harry Bungles Daly has survived. Yes, Bungles have been charged with rape, Bungles been charged with biting a helper, punani, Bungles charged with extortion. Boy, Bungles come on an investigation for all kind of crime you can think of. I remember that even the police them search Bungles house and find a gun, but Bungles smart, Bungles didn't go with them, so they could not prove possession. You understand? Yeah, so it's sad to say you have these police officers that a lot of people would look up to and think that they are honest, decent, ethical and morally inclined police officer, but nothing but they are just, it's just a facade, like Bungles. and even Renita Adams. But the only thing that you can say with the difference between both men, Renita Adams have a heart and a soul. Bungles don't have none. Because when Bungles walking and the sun shining, people, everybody say that Bungles don't have any shadow. That means him doesn't have a... Look, and if you know him and you're walking with him today, just look and see if there's any shadow if you're walking with him in the day outside. They say when Bungles walk, there's no shadow. The man have no soul. Because you know your shadow is your soul, you know. That is a reflection of you on the ground. So that's the beauty about God. God is the creator of all living things. Yes, and it's a reason why you might hear my voice, you know, kind of hoarse. And later on, I'll explain what happened. So the police, Bungles was under pressure because I'm handlers, and them want him to do things, take care of the criminals them. You understand? And Bungles have been, you run afoul of the law many times. Yes. Yeah, so it is this connection. Yes, we have come to the end of part 1 of top tier police, Klansman police officer in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. You have some foot soldiers to like Duppy Police, Corporal Clifford Coleman, and the likes. You have others. As you have known that James Hines, who was a part of the Klansman gang, which I knew very well, had shared intimate information with me, about police officers and members of the police force who were involved in their daily activities, providing them coverage. What I mean by coverage mean that investigation and help them so that they can evade justice. Just like it's the same thing as when Blackman had killed Douglas Chambers. He had migrated to another Caribbean country and was returned to Jamaica, where he became larger than life. Part 2 will be coming up shortly. No need for you to worry. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.